This is WDIO Prep Sports Extra.
Hello, football fans, and welcome to Week 5 of Prep Sports Extra. I'm Spencer Pierce. Alongside me, of course, the wonderful Liam Fellman. We're going to hear from Mary Skorich in just a bit, but Liam, halfway through the regular season now.
Yeah, Spencer, it's that time of year when those top teams start facing off against one another, and we see what they're truly made of. And tonight's battle between the undefeated Hermantown and 3-1 Grand Rapids was an absolute dogfight. First drive of the game for Rapids, they're going to march down to the goal line, and they'll punch in with this handoff to Mason Johnson to give them the 7-0 lead. And after a Hermantown fumble, Rapids threatening again. This time it's Marcus Teal. He gets through the line, bounces it outside, and he'll reach for the pylon and extends the Thunderhawks lead to 13. Hermantown desperate now, going for it on 4th and 12. Sawyer Sense decides to take a shot, and he would connect with Grant Johnson, who finally gets the Hawks on the board. Grand Rapids in the red zone now. It's a QB keeper for Oliver Spahn, who gets a block, and he'll find pay dirt. And now the Hawks looking for the counterpunch, and guess who delivers? Martin Sleen, the touchdown machine, gets in for 6, but Grand Rapids would win this one 34-20.
Over the bridge, another big-time marquee matchup in Week 6 of Wisconsin football as Northwestern return home to take on Barron. Barron, no slouch. They come in at 4-1, Northwestern an unscathed 5-0. For the Tigers, though, does it really matter at this point what the opponent's record is? Tyson Teal takes one to the house off the handoff. Get used to that. Ensuing kickoff, well, surprise, onside kick to give the Tigers the ball right back, and all they need in the playbook is one play. Give it to number 25. Teal hits the hole. He's gone with the wind yet again. Northwestern up 2 touchdowns at this point. A fumble would get him the ball back, and what else do you need to say? Teal with the trio. Northwestern wins 62-6. The game was actually called due to a medical emergency with Barron head coach Nick Schroeder. We wish him well, obviously. Mary, you also had your eyes in Wisconsin.
Yes, a half an hour west, Superior hosted Chippewa Falls. The Spartans still looking for their first win of the season. The start in the first quarter where Jalen Smith gets the toss and dances his way into the end zone. To the second now, the Cardinals run the same play and get the same result. Smith muscles through the defenders to make it 13-0. On the ensuing kickoff, Hunter Parker muffs it and a pile ensues. Chippewa goes on the attack once again. Then, the very next play, Evan Wheeler airs it out to Smith, who gets behind his defender to walk it in for another 6. Chippewa Falls went on to win 35-0. Duluth East looking to put themselves back in the win column, facing an undefeated North Branch. The Greyhounds will start things off on the right foot with Dane Aarons breaking through the pack to put the first points on the board. Duluth East leads 6-0. North Branch would quickly regain ground. Brody Mitchell parts the way through the sea of red to tie things right up at 6s. Just 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, and quarterback Isaac Emerson has led Duluth East back within scoring territory. He'll put out the QB keeper racing in for the touchdown and regaining the Greyhound lead. But North Branch would surge, winning 22-12.
Let's turn back the clocks to last night in Proctor. The Rails looking for their first win of the year. A tall task as Esko comes to town riding a 3-game win streak. Esko would come out swinging. Graham Hartley run up the gut, has daylight ahead of him. He'd find pay dirt for 6, the first points of the game. So the Rails turn to do some damage now, but Logan Peterson drops back. He's in major trouble. The ball pops free, hits the carpet. Heath Sonnenberg scoops and scores. Every big man's dream. Esko extending their lead. Same quarter and score. Graham Hartley end around. He's got quite the nose for the end zone. He's in pretty easily. Esko would win 54-0.
And Southridge at home last night looking to get back to an even 2-2, taking on Northwood, who sits at 2-1. Northwood's on the attack here. Quarterback Jet Lambert, he'll keep it on the play fake, gets a good block and hits the hole, streaking down the sideline, and he'll get in for the touchdown to give the Grizzlies the lead. Now the Panthers needing a response. They're going to fake the pitch and hand it to Isaac Kuhn, who makes a move. He'll break a tackle. Nobody's going to catch him now. He'll take it all the way to the end zone, put up 6 on the board. And now near the end of the half, it's Isaac Kuhn again. He's going to get the handoff for the Panthers here. He's going to hit the hole, make a few miss, get a good block, and then guess what? He'll turn on the Jets. It's his 3rd touchdown of the first half. Southridge cruises to the win, 34-12.
You have any of these guys in fantasy or what?
I wish I could have them in fantasy. A lot of touchdowns piling up for a lot of these kids.
And a lot of trio touchdowns. It felt like a lot of guys were getting in the end zone 3 times in just the half. What did I say last week? This is our test. The best part about this week is that we're always looking forward to next week. That's all the time we have for this week's Prep Sports Extra. Be sure to join us next week for your greatest gridiron hits. Have a good night.